Hi, this is Thompson. I'm here at Queen City Health Center, and I'm just here just to share my experience as to why I came here and what I was feeling prior to coming here, my experiences while I was under the care of Queen City Health Center, and then my thought process moving forward. Just to begin, I was pretty active growing up as far as like playing football, like in high school. I think through those years of playing football, I've developed some chronic knee and shoulder and back issues, and that's I've kind of lived with it throughout college and then into my career. I've always just brushed it off. If I feel a little twinge, I'm like, oh, that's nothing. That's from football or whatever. But then as I gotten older, I started feeling more and more strain in some of these areas and find myself compensating in certain ways to alleviate some of those pressures. So I figured I should probably get on top of this. Otherwise, as I get older, I'll start overcompensating to the point where I screw up my whole body. So I figured I'd go to like maybe a massage therapist or, you know, some other things to see if I could do it. But it would feel okay for a little while, but then it would always return. And in the back of my mind, I always figured, you know what, I really should get on top of this. And as I started working on my career, I found myself sitting down a lot too for like, 8, 10 hours at a time. And I've started seeing, certain health ramifications of that sedentary type of work situation. And I think the tipping point was I had a flat tire at work, and I had to change the tire. And I found myself after just 5 minutes of changing the tire, like I could barely stand up. Like I had so much pain in my back and my knees, and I was like, I shouldn't be in this much pain now for just changing a tire. And then I was like, at that point, I was like, okay, time to get really serious. So then at my work, at my workplace, I saw a presentation from Dr. Kyle Lovelace, and he talked about, I guess, the health benefits of sleep and how chiropractic could help in not only sleep but just other areas of your life. And some of the topics that he was discussing really touched home with me as far as what I was going through. So I figured, you know what? I think this is a sign that I should, approach him and see what he could provide. So then he told me about the Queen City Health Center and some of the services that he could provide. So then I went in for the free consultation, and he showed me after X-rays, okay, this is what your back is lined up is. As you can see, it's crooked in these certain areas, and because of that, you can see your hip is compensating in this way, and it's like this is what's going on right now. I was like, yeah, and it's staring you right in your face. Like, yeah, I'm limping over here because this thing is elevated, and this is why my back is hurting, and because of that, I could see issues with my sleep because I find myself waking up and going back to sleep several times trying to find the right position. So I could see because of the structure of my skeletal system that it could have other ramifications in other areas. So I was like, all right, so let's investigate more. So he was like, all right, we could have these sessions, and then I believe I could help you in these many ways, and not only structuring your skeletal system in your back, but in other areas of your life, and working out, and developing good habits as far as dietary and just overall holistic way of living properly. Because the main point he wanted to say was the body is designed to heal itself. So if you treat your body in the right way and maintain it the right way, it will heal itself. So they gave me a bunch of information, and we talked about dietary and the things that you could eat and how you could position your back. And one of the main things was working out, and they actually provided this really cool service where we did this high intensity interval training program. And I found myself being really enjoying those sessions, and working with Lauren to working with Lauren to during these HIT programs is really elevating my sense of working out and adding a sense of energy and excitement in working out. And I find myself enjoying it and trying to do it outside of the sessions too. So uh, from my takeaway overall is like Queen City Health Center is just more than chiropractic. It's like a whole lifestyle way of approaching health, and not only just straightening your back and just a way of overall healthy living. And I find myself, I think I'll definitely come back and participate more and learn about how to treat your body and working out and health and eating and all that stuff. So I mean, I was one of the first to tell you I was very skeptical about chiropractic. I was thinking, oh, they're just gonna crack a like cracking your knuckle, crack your back, and then be done with it. And going in, I was very skeptical, but like after you try the first couple of sessions, like especially that first session, you feel such a difference off of that first session. And I was like, you feel like almost lightheaded off of this rush of oxygen that comes into your head and your body, and it's like, whoa, and you just move a little bit better. And then as you do more sessions, you start feeling more and more benefits. Like you start walking a little straighter. I know for me personally, I started walking a little straighter. I started feeling less pain and like my hips and my back. I find myself like regular household chores, like maybe sweeping. Like I would dread doing that sometimes because after I bent down a couple of times to pick up the dust, I feel my back like ah. But I don't feel that as much. I don't feel it rarely ever now. So I'm used to be a skeptic, but not so much anymore. Like it's very beneficial, and if you definitely keep up with it, that's the thing. Like you can't just do it one time and expect like a whole lifestyle change. It's like not only doing the sessions, but doing the stuff outside the sessions, taking care of your body, doing a little bit more workouts, and it's not just going to be a one-time fix thing. It's a whole lifestyle kind of process you have to put yourself through to really see the benefits of what this place